Okay, what we have here. Our main goal it is set up environment from scratch, development environment. When you get tasked to start develop something, you should set up your environment and start working. First of all, what we have. On the Power Platform Admin Center, we have some sort of environment. This one. It is our sandbox and we will play with this environment today. And here we have two interesting links. First link it is for Dynamics itself. It is not necessary to be administrator, and it is just only for common understanding. Okay, loading as always. Then we have this interesting link. This link allows to see what models installed and operate with this model somehow. For example, finance and operations, we can go here and see some information about models, about packages. Here and only here we can find all information about history. And please don't be surprised when we find several same models here. It is different question how to manage this all. And next one, useful link. It is next time. Next time. We have this link, and also we have absolutely new virtual machine without any sort of setup. What we should do? It is Visual Studio. It is common requirement to have Visual Studio Professional. Why professional? Because architecture it is should be something like this. We have what we have. We have cloud something with database. With database with EOS. We have our virtual machine with database. This database used for cross-reference and use it for trace. Then we have folder with application, and it is separate folder with customization. Customization can be two types. First type it is something like ESV. It can be separated in different folder, and our custom solution. When we build our code, we should set up tick box to deploy and synchronize to EOS. And how we can start? We should set up our platform tool for install it. Until it is installed, I Stop the recording. I need to stop it. Somewhere. We have three new items. Connect to Dataverse. Use it. Download Dynamics FinOps assets. It means it will download three things. First, it is application itself. Yes. Wall application. Then it will download trace parser and database backup. And here something like JIT, you can connect to the necessary SQL. Connect to Dataverse. Let's set up it. In current user, no. List, no. Show advanced, not necessary. Okay. Now we should select necessary environment. Which one? I don't remember. Oh, as usual, with a very interesting interface to find and search what you definitely need. Yeah, this one. Login. Yeah, and here we get new select solutions. What solution we can have? On the side, I remember now, make power-ups. We can find the solution list itself. There are too many solutions. And default solution, it is default solution, but all presentation right now show to connect this solution with this very interesting name, CRE 3733 Common Data Service. And here, yeah, on this side, you see make power-ups. We can find all solutions for our environment. If we select another one environment, well, which one? This one, our solution. You see, we have default solution and this one, very strange name. Select this one. What does this mean? This means when we build and deploy something, we will get solution here. Refresh operation is in process. Return back when it's finished. Yeah, it's connected and open very strange tab Power Platform Explorer with strange list of tables. Or I don't know what does this mean. Why we have so small list of table? Where is our tables? It is not our tables. Somewhere in parameter we can disable to load this strange tab page. Not now. What we should do next? Next we should run download assets. Started. Not really clear what is going on here without any progress bar. Oh, doesn't matter. Just going on. We will start it. Let's start it again. We can find on our user local machine Microsoft Dynamics 365 with currently configuration. What does this mean? We can find here assets. this asset we should install. See what we have else. We have trace parser, local package directory. You see, package local directory with all models, core models related to our path. It is 10.0.21.77.183 probably. Right? And XPP config, you see, here it is configuration, where you can find as administrator. Options dynamics 365 and configuration data. You see, this is configuration on this file. This is JSON file about this configuration, and we can find what we can find. Cross-reference database on local GB. And this is folder with the cross-reference database. We try to look inside. Please. You can find some information about where you can find configuration, cross-reference database, default model new project, very useful by the way, and so on. What is going on? Downloaded this folder, and here you can find this folder. In general, you can select your custom code and custom metadata. For example, you can create separate folder and I will create it. My solution. We have also modified this path and add, for example, if we have some solution, ESV solutions with folder, and we decide to have separate Git. By the way, Microsoft recommend to use Git. With this version, for example, we can have separate Git repository related to ESV solutions, and we can have own Git repository with our custom solution. It can be very useful. We can just add additional path here. And current solution is selected here. Yeah, and extension dynamics, sorry, connect to the Dataverse. Same, yeah. And we are ready to go. Then what else? How to set up Git or VSTS? Let's cover it in separate video. Let's create probably two models for experiments. Model management, create model name. Doesn't matter here. Sure. New page. Create new page. Some functionality on form, on table. we will have two models, one model for customer, another one for client. Okay. We have table. We have created new fields here. On text, we place this field to the grid of build project. Very, very fast build. One more thing is about information we have. You see, cloud runtime information, nonsense operation information on output, and build details and very fast build. How it works? Let's see. This environment and look like it is not restarted, and I cannot find here my changes. Let's try to during the build here. Extensions build when we run. We can select option deploy to connect to line, but it is not good deploy model here. What else we can do? We can run deploy models to environment. Yeah, we can select packages. In my case, it is model like the everything. Press deploy it. But yeah, what we can see deploy model to project. In this case, we need to deploy full model from project. What is the but now? And start to finish limit. What is going on here? You see, it create model one managed the file, upload it, and deploy. If we try to see, yeah, we can find this package. We talk about this package deployed successfully. In the packages we have a new package. In the model we have new model. It is absolutely not useful information right now. What inside? But it is as it is. Operation history. And if you try to update, we find new our field, but with synchronization error. Why? Because we should also run synchronization. Let's run it. Here progress. Okay, synchronization finished and finished within 10 minutes. And let's check one more time how it works now. Sync, refresh. No, the sync finished. Any useful information? Yeah, we can here grab here log package same. Something strange with all. I am administrator. Who I can contact with? Let's look for. Okay, what we have? We have new field. Excellent. We can edit it, put it, and so on. Doesn't matter. It works and shows the date. Excellent. Let's run next one. This castable, still castable, form extension. Let's warning something just to see how to debug. Save it, build it, and as you know, it is doesn't deploy in this time. Let's try to do build with no, just deploy. We do not need synchronize database because database already ready. See, it's still loading. Until it is working, let's see how our model 1 is working. As usual. Little model, additional XPP source. Yeah, and want to debug. Understand the fill model packages. You see, moving this is oh, if you find to delivery, if you try to build the package, it's one incremental of full completed action history. Point succeed. do one thing, and where our one message, we don't have it. Why? I have no idea. Let's start. Try to deploy a model for project. Until it is working, I have one more Visual Studio locally. Try to create something here interesting as well. Figure metadata. We have a lot of metadata here. This tricky to create new configuration here. What I'm doing here, I'm going to the C drive. They local Microsoft Dynamics. Yeah, yeah, it has two configurations. And ppconfig, what I can do, I can just run my what we have here. Usefull. We additional information. Nothing. What else I need to do? It is one-time simulink. Like you. Information here doesn't matter right now. Now what we have to do it is we should go to the my case. Local package directory. You see, we have two one support. Let me go. Yeah, method. Oh, computers. Okay, it's my second configuration, custom packages. Okay. Now let's open Visual Studio here. See custom you see for here the base solution, but doesn't matter right now. Okay. And here we can use two Dataverse. No, not this one. What's current user? No. Position name. Let's see. Up one more. Using configuration 04 here. And our machine is finished. Package deployed. Let's try to open. Let's see. We are waiting warning message. And we haven't get it. Okay, no problem. Let's try to start debugging. Extensions. The debugger launching here. virtual machine. This one local machine. What we're trying to do? I'm trying to use one cloud environment and use two different clients to build something. Yeah, we have virtual machine. Let's start with no, what is the best here? You see, finally, let's refresh it one more time. You see, we can check how it works without by drop. I think it is same. I'm not sure, but oh, those here also we want to refresh. Here it's downloading here local package directory should be here full application of local package. Okay, what we try to do next? Yeah, this is all. About source control, it is very simple as always. When you try to set up, for example, VSTS, you should connect your folder not to local package directory, but to your solutions here. You see? Now, if you try to use Git, you should select repository here and then operate with it. Probably this is all the first stage. Let's see how it will work later, and I will return back when local studio finished. Check. Yeah, it works fine, but not good. Because for some reason, doesn't matter what I have selected, it downloaded to the C drive. It worked. Definitely we can just manually copy what we need and finish setup. Anyhow, what we have two layers here. First layer is layer related to metadata. When we try to select which one configuration metadata we will use, is one topic related to how to build solution and so on. Another one related to Git. For example, why it is important? Let's discuss. We have configuration one, we have mapped it to client one folder. This folder in version control. You have configuration to same mapped to client version control. When you select active configuration 1, it doesn't mean that your version control Git is changed and start working with different folders, Git or VSTS, doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say, when you change your configuration, please make sure you have changed setup to repository as well, because it is not related. On configuration 1, you see, it just work with my solution folder 1. You can create some hierarchy, client 1, client 2, client 3, client 4, and so on. And work with this, you should change configuration and repository as well. And about client, you see, if you change something, for example, test 1, build it, it doesn't mean when you get change. It's absolutely logical. We are working for support with the because this is local, doesn't deploy. Probably all just only want to add several useful links. Information is showing on the Microsoft, and you can find it. First, it is what is this? What is it? Admin Center, and
simplicity.
how you can use it. Admin Center, easy. One admin, easy to set up, as always. As always, we best of the best of the best. Yeah, storage reduction. Now you can pay just only for storage. One, and second, for one developer, you need just only one environment. Yeah, it is absolutely cheaper than have one more virtual machine related to the development itself. You can use your virtual machine, but it should be only Windows. If you have Linux or you have Apple, you cannot develop to Dynamics. You should have own virtual machine. Right now, this is virtual machine, and I created to demo purpose. And main here it is cost. It still cost $500 per month. Okay. Information how you deploy code. Deploy code, not code, to deploy environment, to deploy code, you should have million of tools. You should have Visual Studio Code, you should have a pack utility, and so on. This first link. Second link related to development experience.
You, Peter, who is principal product manager. I also have workstation.
What we
To
have,
work, which means that the developer, instead of days, can do automatic capacities of just-in-time access if you have the authorized
Single interface, deeper down. Yeah, here important things related to DevTools enabled true. And in the words, you can have two type of environments, with DevTool enable and without DevTool enable. And if you want to have possibility to download DevTool enabled, you should deploy environment DevTool enabled true. You cannot change these options later. But I don't check, but someone said that you still can debug if you want and connect. You just only do not have possibility to download assets. If you have own set of assets, you can use it as usual. What else? Yeah, just use script to deploy something. Requirement. Well, let's discuss that. Top in course. When you try to build all code, I don't know why, but if you try to run all build 32 gigabytes too small. Visual Studio 22 modeling, yeah. Usefull, sysadmin role, one, connect, Just look one more time. Create model, create project, build the project. Yes, deploy execution code on cloud and deploy model, debug unit test, online environment, debug. You see, you can't debug locally. You should debug in cloud. Yes, it's useful information, how to run, check, debug. What is it? What is this account? What is this? Why we should talk about plugin inside Dynamics 365? Just only one reason, because Microsoft trying to prepare us to create plugin like CRM doing it right now. Let's see, update browse, customer PC. What customer PC? Why we should do that? This CRM. Just drop the CRM from Dynamics 365FO. Your tool provide connect. It is connect JIT. Usual. Install find, trace parser, install, register database. Yeah, you can use locally. Copilot. Why we should? Let's do 1 hour for how to build and debug and work with Dynamics 365. Why we should use something strange from CRM, something strange from Copilot. Create separate topic for Copilot and explain it. And if I have possibility and time, I will see it. More important to me, just start working, not trying to implement Copilot with users pilot 10 minutes for Copilot because next one, admin experience, custom hosted environment and unified. Need Azure subscription, not required. What is this? You can create environment without admin subscription. What are you talking about? Azure subscription. Security, custom Microsoft. Quota, custom, not required. New environment setup, take 8+ hours, less than an hour. It is maybe true if you try to create this environment from scratch, maybe within standard database. If you try, when you try to work, usually you need data from somewhere. Your existing data, you set up data and so on. In this case, it is not absolutely 1 hour. It is absolutely not 1 hour. It is 4+ hours. Service quantity update. Customer must manage. How? You just set up it without any warnings. Okay. Power Platform Dataverse. Customer must manually integrate with fully integrated environment. And how it fully integrated environment? What does this mean? I still have this as semi-condition Dataverse and should run dual write. What is the difference between cloud hosted and UD? It is not true. Service and quality update rollback not supported. Yeah, supported for file updates. And what does this mean? We will create quality update. It doesn't work. Oh, it cannot just fail to update. What is going here? Production data troubleshoot, multi-step and multi-day process. Yes, this is true. Less than 4 hours for most data size. Yeah, it is very similar what I saw. Deploy changes, take a few hours, take a few minutes. Not true. Not few minutes. When you try to deploy a package to production, one package deploying a good customization, deployed from 30 minutes to 1 hour plus half hour. Customer managed key enabled. I don't know what does this mean.
Challenges new environment setup.
Let's see
There are
what's
many features now.
next.
We do and yeah, FNO. So we did cover that, which we are super proud of.
Discuss it. Extended to pilot, not necessary. Supported, not supported. Didn't support it for development. What a didn't support for development? You cannot create usual normal form as in AX was always with filters, with sorting. When you try to create model or build model, you should select from thousands of records without possibility to filter as you want. When you try to create link to the other models. Label, okay, label it editor. It is terrible. Supported IDs. Just create you. Yeah, bring your own device. I don't know what does this mean. Unit test. Unfortunately, don't work with that. PDF via pipeline. What is this we are talking about? It is the okay. Working with multi-FO time version. It is question to if I have Apple. I cannot work so I should have separate virtual machine to work with this solution right now. Faster debugger is new protocol. Yes, this is strong. The connectivity positive version. Maybe, don't know. Deploy debug test. It's terrible. It is terrible. Maybe true. See. Yes. Non-simulated testing on debug. Probably you can create and it is true, but you cannot work in same time. Debugging was in same time. Absolutely. Potentially, if developer are working on an independent model source control version. Absolutely. If I'm working with sales table, you're working with push table, it is can be. But if you're working with some cross functionality, it is cannot be. Or even more, you should work with different models, with different packages, because you deploy the package and package will override. Yes, highly dependent. One which using which
Control also, we should okay to have
see
multiple customers or
next
multiple
interesting
point in
topic.
time restore based on the backups available in SQL.
Working remotely. It's perfect. The environment, okay. Should put complete. It's important because you are working from your local. It's very important.
It's standard. Then most it's based on the capacity model, but we have plans in the future to help you to, just for us basics.
And last one, LM. Last one.
Connection of type particle. And Unify Dev ALM station. So more artifacts and supports the entire cycle.
This one. We recommend to using Git.
From build to release, such as building and deploying solutions, are many more. Through the use of a build
Source control. Yeah.
agent and implementation, we must need to set up the Azure DevOps.
Yeah.
When we start configuring
Deployment, it is different story. It is another topic to discuss.
the Azure DevOps, these are some major steps to get started. First, you need to sign up for Azure DevOps, create your account, and initiate a new project. When configuring your Azure DevOps, we recommend to use Git, as we already mentioned that it is widely recognized version control system in software industry. However, if you want to plan Azure DevOps team project, your team's project, and then map or the next step in
traceable. Developers can commit changes locally and carry out version control operation such as viewing history and comparing versions smoothly with Flex++. But many organizations are standardizing on Git procedures. Request to task or issues, we enhance the traceability part. Now, we also emphasize the importance of and what it is like, basically. The first point, which says isolation functional testing. Third point, our branch. So adopting an effective branching strategy is essential for ensuring a structured and traceable.
It's to source and in a fetch to kind of look at your code, you push the code to the cloud, Azure DevOps main branch. Is metadata you may be getting from ISVs and your own custom code that you're actually working on. So look at the folder for your own custom client, it's commits, and you see that reflected 1/0. That's only local commits. And I'm now
explain it is very important to use source-based, code-based pipeline because it is much more easiest to work with. But in my opinion, I do not find all cases, all fields here. To understand what possibility I have, I should go to the documentation. But when you try to create build pipeline from user interface, from this usual form, you can find all necessary field, and you can understand that you should add additional configuration here or change something. Check how to work, and you see ALM. How to work with Git? It is usual work with Git. It is not work with Git in AX. Just create separate topic.
Would have made the repo he to note is from
and the using and search for. I would be doing the commands that you can use with it.
Our platform extension.
Once that is in,
you should have also installed Visual Studio Code if you want to deploy something. Very interesting. I'm as DevOps administrator, I should install several environments in one time. Can I do that in separate Visual Studio codes in parallel, or should I run it one by one? It is open question.
installed, what I'll do is basically I create a service principal and client secret. You can see all of the permissions and the users that you want to assign. You can grant it permissions to the pipeline that you can see. Once that is, as you can see, we both the package publish artifact drop. Same as the first two, we are just publishing different things to the artifact list that we see. Yeah, I think this is basically exactly converted over, as you can. And the way you can do this quickly is that once you have every features like having control on the source and basically having a complete
one mouse, another one mouse. It is created from video presentation. And when you try to see it, your eyes trying to follow both mouse in one time. Create Power Platform Unified package, and if you scroll down, you can find here information create package for CS.
YAML file. So the main objective of this was to create the deployable package, which we see that 3 things were published in our pipeline. The main thing we are going to focus on is the drop package. This is the cloud deployable package that was generated. It contains all of our execution go over. So yeah, we are still running this. Yeah, I don't think we should wait completely for this to complete. And yeah, now that we see that this has got completed with the same run, and the main objective of this was to create the deployable package, which we see that 3 things were published in our pipeline. The main thing we are going to focus on is the drop package. This is the cloud deployable package that was generated. It contains all of our modules that we wanted to deploy, and now we can use this to directly deploy. Please note the run number which we want to use. Artifacts will be just the connection string that we had earlier created. Now you can see the stage, same authentication mechanism that we had published earlier for the platform and compile. See that the release submits that. We have to make sure that we have the deployed package.
In that this build, important inputs are package type, which is UDE unified package.
Interesting part related to licensing. You see, if you want to have package and want to deploy it with license, you have possibility to create it several ways. First way, it is create usual package and place it to the script as always, and then convert the package from status from package for cloud hosted to unified hosted. In this case, it put license in proper place. First, second, it is you can now how it works. Now what we have separate step to put license to the package. But in unified package, you should put license to each package what you have licenses with. What does this mean? If we have right now one step with put license, but in future we will have so many steps, how many licenses we have. For example, on one project I have 8 license files. In this case, I should run 8 separate steps. Okay, second part, you see here what we have. We have source-based package, and if we create, what is going on here? If we create, so decide to install something. If we create folder here with underscore license and put license here, it will add during the debugging to the package itself, you see? Not debugging, deploying. And last one related to the binary package. Same story. It is tricky to add to the binary package the license file. But something like that, I don't remember. But very similar way.
Package type. A few other things of interest are the ISV that you can, let's move on, who are working as in the same environment, and you can even download these logs.
History,
for unit testing. If you're doing it from Visual Studio, you'll see those logs reflected in Test Explorer.
Fully queues, we have listed
Git OTFS. Start using Git. Migrate. You can create usual package lifecycle service and convert it using module file. They describe how to do that. How can I fully deploy package? Convert it new format. Yes, module items. Yeah, they said about that.
Down some of the key effects. As we wrap up our session, the main key takeaway is the
modern, not always good. Branching strategies.
Importance of fully understanding the unified dev ALM from start to finish and embarrassing Git for version control. We also touched on the branching strategy, emphasizing that it should be tailored to meet the project needs and facilitate various